the Amex Gold. It's one of those credit cards that has an iconic reputation.
They save great seats just for Gold Card members. Sure beats standing in line. The American Express Gold Card. Don't leave home without it.
And in the modern world, arguably the Gold Card delivers more value than ever, with 4 points per dollar on dining and supermarkets and a load of credits to make up for the higher annual fees. But it's a lot of hoops to jump through, and if you don't use those credits or don't spend in the right categories to earn a significant amount of points, then how much value does the card really deliver? So in this video, I'm going to break down my spending and use of the credits from last year, 2025, and see how much value I got out of it. I'll also look at my spend and use of the credits at the start of this year and make some predictions for this year as well. We'll be asking the question, is the Amex Gold still worth it in 2026? Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. My name is Ben Hedges, aka the Credit Shifu, and on this channel, I cover US credit cards, personal finance, and luxury travel. If you like the sound of that, do subscribe. But let's get into it. So Amex has a thing called the end of year summary, and this has existed actually for a long time.
American Express presents yet another important Gold Card service. Order. Announcing the year-end summary.
Order. That reminds me of Star Wars.
We can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Bring order to your financial statements. But anyway, the end of year summary is really useful, and I used it to look at all of my spending for 2025 and the credits that I received. So let's look at spending first. I spent a total of $19,897. $3,590 of that was on groceries. That sounds low, doesn't it, for a family of four? But my kids have been eating a lot of their meals at school, including dinner, and I work in a shared office space now that provides lunch and dinner as part of the deal. And when we do shop for groceries, about half of it's now at Sam's Club, which is wholesale, which doesn't code as groceries. So my actual grocery spend is less than previous years. But at 4 points per dollar, I earned 14,360 points from my grocery spending. Then for dining, I spent $2,727, again a lot lower than previous years, but I also just ate out less, which is obviously a good thing actually, spending less money. So at 4x, we earned 10,908 points from the dining spend. Then the leftover spending was 13,760. I think I probably could have found alternative cards to use that on. I wasn't really maximizing things there, but anyway, that ended up being 13,760 points since it's just 1 point per dollar. So in total, it's 39,028 points for the year, and that's actually quite a bit lower than I've earned in previous years. If we use the lowest value you could reasonably value these points at, 1 cent per point, it's going to be $390.28. If I use the lowest value that I would personally redeem for, 1.1 cents per point through the Charles Schwab Platinum card, then it's $429.30 in value for those points. And if we use 2 cents per point, which is a common average value that people take into account when talking about transferring Amex points out to airlines and booking travel that way, then it takes us up to $780.56 in value for those points. The annual fee on the Gold Card is $325. So no matter which of those values you use, it pays for the whole annual fee. And in case of the highest value, it's over double the annual fee. But that's not all. Let's now look at the credits that I used. So I made a little spreadsheet where I list out all of the reimbursements from credits that I received as they showed on the end of year summary. We have the Dunkin' credit, the Uber credit, the dining credit, and the Resi credit. So for the Dunkin' credit, I used quite a bit of it. I didn't max it out at the full $84, but I did do a respectable $53.48, so over half. With the Uber credit, this is just Uber cash that gets put into your Uber wallet and you can use it each month. So it doesn't actually show on the end of year summary, but I know that I use the whole thing each month since I literally order Uber Eats from the same restaurant in the first few days of every month to use both the gold and platinum credits together. So I got the whole thing, $120. Then we have the dining credit. Shockingly, I only used $10 worth. This is a really stupid thing on my part, and I guess I just sort of forgot about this credit because in the past, I used it at Shake Shack, and the nearest one is a 40-minute drive, so I would only use it occasionally. Now they've switched the burger place though from Shake Shack to Five Guys. There is one a little bit closer to me, still a bit of a drive though. But actually, since Grubhub is an option, you can order pickup from any restaurant on Grubhub and get the credits. So that's what I figured out right at the end of last year, and so in the whole year I used it just once. Then we have the Resi credit, and I used $44.54 out of a possible 100. This was for takeout from the one Resi restaurant in the town that I live in. So let's add all of those credits up and see what it comes to. But first, if you have a lot of credit card accounts that you're earning rewards from for cashback and free travel, then you have to check out the ultimate credit card management app, Max Rewards. They have been a sponsor of our channel for a long time, and I've seen their app get better and better. With a secure link to all your banks, it shows you all your transactions across all your cards within one app. No need to log in to different banks' websites. You'll see your balances, your utilization, your due dates, and points and rewards balances for each card. There are even things like card value trackers where you can see the value you earned from rewards versus the annual fee. This is my Amex Gold card. Not bad considering we're not even halfway through the membership year. Another great feature of the Pro version of Max Rewards Gold, is that the app activates credit card offers for you so you never miss a deal. You can see here I can search all offers across all my cards, both Amex and Chase. There have been times where I used an offer when I was out shopping without even realizing it and saved some money. That's happened a few times now. So check out Max Rewards. Click my link below for a 7-day free trial of Max Rewards Gold and a 3-month discount on the annual plan if you continue after the trial ends. If you download it directly from the App Store, use code BEN for the same deal. So if we add all of my Amex Gold credits together, we get $228.02. It doesn't fully cover the annual fee, and that's what I would normally hope for, okay? Cover the whole annual fee with the credits, and then the points that you earn are pure profit. But maybe I will be able to do that in 2026, since I'm using the dining credit now. Let's now add the credits and the points together, and then deduct the annual fee, and we'll see what value that gets us. The values are on screen now, basically adding the credits and then the points together at their 3 different values, and that's how much it comes to. Over $1,000 for the year if we use the highest value. Now let's deduct the annual fee of $325, which takes us to $293 at 1 cent per point, $332 at 1.1 cents, and $683 at 2 cents per point. Personally, I like to use the middle value right now since I haven't been traveling for a while. We're just too busy, so I've been redeeming Amex points through Schwab at 1.1 cents per point. So from this, although it wasn't exactly massive value, and that's due to a few mistakes on my part, but we can at least say that the card was worth it in 2025. All right, let's now make some guesses as to how much value I will get out of it in 2026. So for 2026, in terms of point earning, in 2.5 months, I've already earned 4,840 Amex points at restaurants and 4,736 at supermarkets. This actually puts me ahead of last year, and I'm probably going to end up earning close to 20,000 points in each of those categories this year. Now let's look at the credits. I've used $50 of the $100 Resi credit. We'll get another $50 in July, and I expect to use that up too, since there is a Resi restaurant very close by that I'm now familiar with since I have the Resi credit on the gold, but now also the $400 Resi credit on the platinum to use, and they see me at that restaurant at the beginning every quarter, and then twice in Q1 and Q3 to use up all of the credits, okay? So I'm definitely gonna get the full $100 Resi credit this year. Then we have the Dunkin' credit. I've used $21, which is 3 months worth, so I am on the path to maxing it out. I do often buy coffee anyway, so at the beginning of the month, I tend to just make 2 trips to Dunkin' and go through their drive-thru instead of going to my usual place. So it is real value, and I expect to max it out at $84. Then we have the dining credit. I've used it every month so far in 2026, so that's $30, and I expect to max it out at $120. Now that I know about the little Grubhub trick and can basically use it guaranteed every month. And then the Uber credit doesn't show here since it's Uber Cash, but I know that based on past experience, I will max it out at $120. So if we add all those together, we get $424, and then we deduct the annual fee, we get $99 in profit, and then all the points we earn will be pure profit as well. So things look good for 2026, and I think the moral of this video is that I didn't fully maximize my Amex Gold card in 2025, but I've learned from my mistakes, and I do seem to be on track to get a lot more value out of it in 2026. And I think this is an important lesson for all of us. in this hobby, you do need to keep on top of it. Make sure you're using the card in each category. Make sure you're using those credits each month. Basically, make sure that you're jumping through all the hoops that you're required to jump through. The credit card companies rely on people who forget about all that stuff to make money. And we want the money to be flowing to us, not the other way around. All right, guys, that is the video for today. Leave your comments down below. Let me know how much value you got out of the gold card in 2025. I'd love to hear. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will have got more value than me. If you want a free trial of Max Rewards and then a 3-month discount after the trial ends, do sign up through my link below. If you download it directly from the App Store, then use code BEN for the same deal. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.